What's up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to Sports Talk Tuesday. I got a couple good topics to talk about, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I want to welcome everybody. Please hit that like, subscribe, and also I hope you guys enjoy this because this is going to be one of my last Sports Talk Tuesday shows. I only got two more after this, and then I won't be doing any more Sports Talk Tuesday shows live. I'm going to move all my sports talk to my podcast, and I'm going to break it down into just clips about stories and not a whole 1 hour show. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I appreciate all of the people that have been coming on the regular and supporting this Sports Talk Tuesday that I've been trying to put together. I'm trying to come together with new programming and things and try to keep the show fresh and entertaining. I tried to make this Sports Talk Tuesday work, and although it has gained traction, I think it might be best served to do my sports and move it on the podcast. So we got two more Tuesdays, and I'm not doing Sports Talk Tuesday live anymore. What I'm going to be doing for my channel is every night at 10, a different show. We're going to talk about different programming. So, for example, Monday nights at 10, after I'm done with Lamont, I'm normally here with Moochie and Nita, and I'll be talking about Power or, whatever show is on that we're talking about mostly. On Tuesdays, I may be talking about Dexter. I've been trying to get to Dexter for a while, and it seems it's always something. So on Tuesdays, I'll be talking about Dexter or different things to that nature, a different show. I may not be on Wednesdays, but we'll see. Thursdays at 10, I'll be talking about a different show, maybe stuff that's going on Netflix, or whatever the case. Fridays at 10, after I do the show about the news and things, I normally do that. Or I may just do that at 10. It's still a work in progress. I may move the Friday Fuss to 10 o'clock. But I think I'm going to have everything at 10. So that way everybody knows at 10 o'clock, come through and they'll know what programming. I think it'll be a different TV show every day. And on Fridays, I'll talk about news and current events at 10. But that's what it is. You all let me know what you think about that and in the comments. I appreciate the support. And, of course, on Saturdays, I will be doing my first reactions. That ain't at 10, no. That's at like 1:40, 1:30, 1:40. So, that's the late show. And then on Sundays, I already come on at 10. So Sundays and Mondays, I already come on at 10. I think I'm going to make Tuesdays at 10 o'clock like I do now at 10, except it's not going to be sports. It'll be about a different show. That way I can expand and continue talking about different shows. And then I may do Wednesday. I may not. I'm still working on the kinks. And Thursday and Friday, Thursday I already do a members only show at about 8. I may move that to maybe 8 or 9. And then at 10, I may talk about another show, maybe Netflix TV shows or movies or things of that nature. So we'll see. So I appreciate all your support. Definitely subscribe to the podcast. The link is in the description box below. It's on iTunes. It was not easy to get my show on iTunes. They notified me I'm in the top 200 shows on iTunes in my category. So I appreciate everybody has been listening and supporting. And I hope to grow on iTunes, as well as check out my website. I have been trying to grow the website, and also continue to check out my sports picks that I've been doing on the podcast, where I've been providing free, extremely accurate sports picks for those who like to use DraftKings or FanDuel or Office Pool, or just like for fun to use it for whatever they choose. I am providing a daily podcast. It's only a few minutes long, with accurate sports picks based on inside information. It's not my own ideas. I'm actually getting these from an outside source, and it's been about 70% accurate for the year. So that's a great picks. Check it out. Definitely check out my website. I got a blog on there with pictures about different things I'm involved in. I got all my, videos on there and things. So definitely check it out. I appreciate the support. All right, let's get into the show. So, a couple of the topics we're going to talk about tonight. Steph Curry has now passed Ray Allen as the all-time leader in three-point shots. I remember when Reggie Miller was the three-point leader, and I thought, man, nobody's ever going to pass that. Nobody's ever going to hit that many threes. And then Ray Allen passed it. It took him damn near 20 years, and I thought, wow, nobody's ever going to pass that. And Steph Curry has blown it out of the water. And Steph Curry is the greatest shooter in history. Reggie Miller was not a spot-up shooter. Reggie Miller could take your ass off the dribble, and he could hit the threes. But Steph Curry took it to a whole nother level, shooting threes on the regular from damn near half court. Who does that? That he's changed the game, in my opinion. I'm old. I think he made the game weaker. But he's opened up the entire court by doing that. Like, you have to play D on a player as soon as they cross half court, because now they're in range. That is absurd. That is something I never, ever considered in my days playing ball. That never crossed my mind. You never thought as soon as a person come half court at the logo, they looking for a shot. What? When I grew up, we played inside out. You bang in the inside. If you getting double teamed or you can't make it in the inside, you kick it out for the three. Now they play outside in, and the big man and the forward needs to shoot threes. Otherwise, their position has been damn near as marginalized to just being a rebounder and maybe a force in the paint to stop dunks. So I don't know. I'm gonna get into that. Do you all think Steph Curry's record will ever be broken? Put a 1C if you think no for Curry. 1 Curry, 1C if you think his record will never be broken. And put 2C if you think his record may be broken. Let me get to some of these comments. I got my girl Sheena in the building. What's up, Sheena? Thanks so much for helping to keep this going. I really appreciate your support. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, do all them beautiful things. Join the membership. It's a lot of cool ass people in the membership. I definitely appreciate all of them. It's great talking to all the lovely ladies and the fellas in there. It's real cool. We have a lot of good discussions, sometimes, heated ones, but it's all love. We laugh a lot, man. It's really cool. So I appreciate all of those that are real and do come through and help keep, that being a great place to be a part of. So a lot of people have came, and for whatever reason, they had to get put out for doing things inappropriate, and they have messaged me and wanted to come back in. or tried to contact other people to come back, because it is really a nice place. And I really appreciate everybody. And I don't tolerate any BS. So we do have a lot of fun, and it is a safe place. So definitely consider joining the membership. What's up, Tamika? Mika, what's up, girl? That's my girl, Tamika, as well. Cool as hell. Real people. What's up, Tamika? How you been feeling? Desiree, how you doing, Desiree? Thanks for coming out. I got my sisters coming out to support me like it ain't nothing, boy. That's what's up, man. When you got support from some great sisters in this world, ain't nothing you can't do, man. So I definitely appreciate that. Alex, what's good, Alex? How you feeling? You say your Curry did his thing tonight. Yeah, he did. He did light it up. Curry, he on another level. And I'm about to get to it. What's up, Pedro? William Lawrence, what's good? The Beast 24. Curry is the GOAT. He is the GOAT of three-pointers. You ain't gonna lie. I can't lie about that. Support Gaming, what's good? What's good? I'm the real ghost. Haha, I wish. Detroit, what's good, brother? How you feeling? No Limit Unc, what's up? What's up? Young Slim, what's good? You say LeBron made the game weaker playing with other stars. That is true. Playing with other stars in their prime did make the game weaker because it lowered the competition, because the teams became a little more lopsided. You had too many stars playing together in their prime. People will say, well, they had Pippen and Jordan. They didn't have a choice. They were drafted. That's the team's job. When people decide to come together to tilt the tables because the competition was too tough, he felt he wouldn't be able to beat Boston Celtics. So he needed to recruit or go to another team in order to do it, instead of just getting better. I mean, I get it. Everybody needs some help to a certain extent. But Jordan would have never joined Barkley in his prime in order to, or had Barkley come to the Bulls when he couldn't beat the Pistons. He hit the gym. He worked out. He put on muscle. He improved his game. What's up, Miss Karen? How you doing? I'm glad to see you. Young Slim in the building. What's up? What's up? 1C. You think Curry's record gonna stand the test of time? I think you may be right, because his record is not done yet. How many more years is Curry gonna play is the key. The amount of money Curry makes, he's making like $45 million a year. So I think Curry may only play 3 more years. I think he may only play 3 more years if he plays, but his game, he could actually, because his game is based on shooting, he could be effective and still average a minimum of 10 points a game off the bench. He could play another 10. Will he be the Steph Curry that we know? Maybe for another 3 to 5. But he could easily come off the bench and hit 2 to 3 threes in the corner as a spot-up shooter. And that would be nothing. So he could easily play another 10 years. You say the only person you think can touch the record is maybe Klay Thompson. And I agree as of now, that's active. But you have to think about young players. What about, and I'm just throwing it out here, what about a LaMelo Ball? That's where you got to think about. Who could possibly do it in the future? Now, a lot of these guys don't play every game. That's something that Jordan and people from his era did, is play every game. A lot of these guys with load management, it's going to be hard to break some of these longevity records when they don't play every game. But, they definitely need to play every game. Steph Curry missed a lot of games too, but we'll see. You got a 1C, Tony Moore. I appreciate you coming through on Twitch, Pops. Ace Boogie, what's up? Trae Young, see what I'm saying? You got to think like that. Good one, Sean Mitchell. Trae Young. 20 years from now, where will Trae Young be sitting? Yeah, Trae Young is a good one, Sean. Good one, good one. Trae Young may be there. Trae Young may be there. So let's take a look at what Steph Curry did tonight. And you say you like Steph, but you wanted the Knicks to win. Brandon, you in New York, you got to root for your home team. And say right now that tonight against the Knicks, Steph Curry passed Ray Allen as the NBA's all-time three-point king. It said he did it in short fashion, too. Didn't take it 20 years. He became the all-time leader in 3 points. Three-pointers made, passing Ray Allen by knocking down the 2,974th three of the career. I think Steph would be at 5,000 threes by the time he's done. Easy 5,000 threes. The record-breaking shot, he hits about 300 a year. That's just 5 more years. It came with 7 minutes left in the first quarter as he knocked down the 28-footer off of Andrew Wiggins. Let's see. It says he got a big hug from Draymond, and he took the ball that he was clutching in his arm and handed it to his father, Dale, on the floor at Madison Square Garden. The crowd gave him a standing ovation, and then he went back to the center court to get a hug and congrats from Ray Allen. I'm surprised Ray Allen was there. Ray Allen has been a little bit of a loner and kind of standoffish in his life after NBA. He didn't show up to Kevin Garnett's Paul Pierce jersey retirement ceremony. He didn't show up. So who's to say what's going on with that? Says Adam Silver congratulated Curry. They said it was thrilling to break the all-time record for threes. He definitely revolutionized the way the game is played. And, he's actually opened up the NBA game, or rather, I should say the game of basketball. He's opened it up to make people that are not gifted with the physical abilities of a 6'6" person to feel that they can make a difference and compete. You look at Steph Curry, and you really don't understand how really talented he is if you don't really know the game of basketball. But the thing that throws you off is he's not 6'8", 240 chisel like a LeBron, or 6'6", 200 like Michael Jordan with athletic ability out of this world, or a 7-foot person. I think he is 6'3", but he doesn't look it. He doesn't have muscles on top of muscles, but I'm not going to say he's weak or a wimp. He does have unbelievable skill level, and I'm not just even talking about his shooting ability. Steph Curry got some handles. A lot of people don't talk about Steph Curry handles. Steph Curry has handles. Steph Curry dribbling ability is off the charts. When Steph Curry was in college, I was telling people that they should go like number 2, number 3. But because he came from a small school, he slipped, I think, all the way to like number 7. Yeah, number 7th pick. Steph Curry was killing them at Davidson. But Steph Curry got handles, man. If you all look at some Steph Curry highlights, Steph Curry got some handles, y'all. And the comments you leaving, I can't see them when I'm looking at this page, but I'll get to your comments in a second. It says that he got 2,978 threes as of now. He dropped 22 points, 3 boards, 3 assists, and they won by 9 points. He tried to deflect the talk of the record the past couple weeks. He said, Dale Curry said, I can't explain it. and I played with and against Ray. He played against Reggie Miller, and and Del Curry is a great shooter, but Del Curry was a spot-up shooter. He said, I know how great of a shooter those guys were, but to know my son's going to leave the game being the best, he already is the best ever to play, and have that record is unbelievable. I know that is something unbelievable to see your son end up surpassing all of the greats. Both Ray Allen and Reggie Miller, who were broadcasting. Okay, that explains it. Ray Allen was broadcasting the game for Turner Sports, attended the record-breaking performance, and they shared a few words in a group hug before the game. So, he said, I think people have compared him to myself and Reggie and to other past shooters in the NBA, but he really operates somewhat in a lane of his own, Ray Allen said. That is true, because he takes it off the dribble more than both of them. Ray Allen really didn't take it off the dribble. He did when he was younger in Seattle, but not as consistent as Steph Curry does. So, and Steve Kerr is an amazing three-point shooter. He definitely didn't take it off the dribble at all. So anyway, Steve Kerr said, and I agree, this is what I was saying earlier about shooting from half court, that Steph Curry completely redefined what's a good shot. He redefined the point guard position in terms of what's expected. He did, because before, point guards didn't try to score 30 points a game, shooting million threes the way that he does. Point guards did start scoring more before him, but he taking it to another level. And you can see a whole generation of young players playing the game the way he does. How many of you all think the game is better this way, the way he plays with the threes, or worse? Put a 1B if you think it's better, and put a 2B if you think it's worse. All right. I'm going to put the link up if anybody want to come up and talk about this game, or just talk about this stuff in general. So come on through if y'all want to come on up and talk. Let's see. Let's get to the next topic. I didn't say he shot it on Wiggins. It said he got the shot from Wiggins, the pass from Wiggins. Come on. Del Curry was one of my favorite shooters, especially going back to the early video game days. Del Curry was a beast from the corner threes. Sean, you say the game has kind of gotten worse because you'll see teams go down the court jacking threes for 5 possessions straight, all misses. I agree with you. 100%. It has gotten worse, in my opinion. They rush a bunch of shots back and forth, throwing up threes. Teams shooting 30 threes a game, only hitting 8 or 12. You could have had shot, slowed it down. The pace has picked up. But then again, why it doesn't make a difference if the pace picked up if you just go in and it's 24-second shot clock, and in the first 4 seconds you jacking up threes that ain't nothing but a miss, and you running back and forth. They do this on the video games now. I'm a big 2K player, and I hate playing 2K with people that just come run down and jack up threes when I'm playing my career teamed up with somebody. All the point guards want to do is jack up threes. They think if you a big man, your job is to rebound for them and keep passing them the ball to jack up threes. I sometimes will be in the paint wide open. They'll shoot a 3. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Man, that was a good shot. No, it wasn't. I was wide open. Nobody was there. Take what the defense gives you. These guys don't know nothing, man. So, yeah. You say they all crybabies now, Slim. You ain't lying. And some dudes have no business shooting threes is a perfect thing to say. And who's the number one dude that has no business shooting threes that shoots a ton of them? I'm going to see if y'all put the name there. The 90s NBA was the best NBA era ever. The 90s NBA was the greatest era in NBA history. If you want to throw in the early 2000s, the first, 3 or 4 years in the 2000s, I'll give you that. But the 90s NBA decade was the greatest of all time. And it ain't just because the Bulls won 6 out of 10. That was a dominant way to play basketball. It was the best way to play basketball. Teams were balanced. I mean, it just, man, everybody had their way. That's my era as well. So people could say I'm biased. That's my era. I mean, I was born in 78. So I was born in 78. So I watched the 80s. That's what I grew up watching. I watched the 90s. I've watched the 2000s. I've watched all of this stuff. The 90s was the best. The 80s was a slower game. They didn't shoot any threes, hardly. Larry Bird shooting 2 threes a game was like, wow. So the 90s, they kind of had a little more balance. They shot about, they shot more threes than 2 a game. But they wasn't shooting no more than 10 as a team. These 30, 40 threes a game. And the number one person that doesn't need to take threes, it's not LeBron, it's Westbrook. Westbrook does not need to be taking all these damn threes. Who disagree with me? And Steve, thanks for checking in on Facebook. Hey, everybody on Facebook, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to share if you can this stream. It is Westbrook, Brandon. You damn right. He does not need to shoot threes at all. Brandon on point tonight. That's what's up, bro. Hey, Westbrook does not need to shoot threes. Russell Westbrook needs to stop shooting so many damn threes. He's a horrible three-point shooter. Russell Westbrook's a Hall of Famer. He's an amazing player. He's an amazing player. I actually saw Russell Westbrook. I said brick. I'm so used to saying it. I saw his documentary. I think it was on Epics. It was really good. And his friend that was amazing in high school, everybody thought he was going to the NBA. He had an enlarged heart and died while they was playing basketball. And it like motivated Westbrook to be the best he can. And he just became a dominant player after his friend died and things on the court. I mean, he's been through a lot, man, and he's a good dude. Got a wife and kids, take care of them, do all this and that. I mean, we don't know if he cheated or all that. I don't know all that. But from what we've seen and what I know, he seems to be a stand-up dude, there for his parents, his family. Westbrook is a real dude. I like Westbrook. I thought he was a Hall of Famer before, he went to the Lakers and all of that. I had one video telling people that they kind of disagreed. Westbrook is a first ballot Hall of Fame player. If he stops shooting so many threes that he can't hit or learn to hit them, he could be damn near the greatest point guard that ever lived. This dude averaged a triple-double, 4 to 5 years? What? Oscar Robertson did it once. I think maybe twice, but I think once. This dude did it 3 years in a row. 3 or 4. I mean, Westbrook is amazing. He could have been the greatest player of all time if he was a little taller. If he was the Kevin Durant's height with the motor, Westbrook would have been this of all time because he could have took his team to the promised land if he was bigger. But by him being his height, he can't do it by himself. But with that being said, he just needs to stop shooting them bricks, them threes, and learn to pass the ball and be able to trust his teammates instead of doing it all by himself. And he'll be great. He'll win. Let's see some of these comments. You say you got to admit, though, last year playoff was the most competitive it's been in a while. It was all right. Bron shooting more threes, but we still see him hit the point at least. Yeah, LeBron's the better shooter than Westbrook, though. 80s was the best. 90s was gangster basketball with the Heat and Knicks teams beating up people, messing up the game. They didn't win, though. They didn't accomplish nothing. I was just Patty doing that. Trying to compete with the Bulls. The 80s good, but it was a slower game other than the Lakers Showtime. No threes. It was all pound the paint. If you look at those games, man, that was kind of slow. The 90s was a fast pace, not as fast as today, but not as slow as the 80s. It was flashy, amazing athletes. They shot threes, but not too much, not too low. I mean, the 90s was a perfect combination. Westbrook sounds like nothing but air. You ain't lie. He built a new gym. Yeah, man. Yeah, Westbrook, he do shoot a lot of threes, man. He should only shoot 1, 2, 3 pointers. Yeah, you ain't lying. Talking and grubbing, what's up, man? Let's see. I love Westbrook aggression as well, man. Like I say, if he was 6'10", Westbrook could have been the greatest player that ever lived. 6'8", with Westbrook's motor and aggression, he would have been the greatest player that ever lived. I mean, averaging a triple-double 5 years in a row. He's dropped 30 points. He led the league in scoring and assists. I mean, a lot of the stuff that he could have did if he was bigger, his defense could have been better, because then he could have stopped Kevin Durant on defense. He can't stop Kevin Durant or LeBron James on defense at his size. But if he was 6'8", he could. He could stop the best player on any team. He could just do so much. So, definitely. You say, salute. What's up, Ray? Yeah, Curry got the record tonight, and in 5 seasons in less than Ray Allen. Exactly. That's why I say if he play another 5 years, that record may be untouchable. Trae Young may have a chance, and you got to look at people like that, but it's a lot of luck that go involved with health and everything. So, talking and grubbing, you say, Jay, you got to think about it. In the 80s, the three-point line was just getting introduced. Yeah, because they took it out. They took it out for a while in the 70s and stuff. In the 60s, they had to bring it back because the ABA had the three-point line, and the game was flashy and more attractive. And so they brought the three-point line back in. Yeah, that's a great point. So, yeah. Westbrook is amazingly skilled. He got probably the greatest motor in history, even up there with Jordan. Westbrook got a great motor, man. And, he does have poor decision-making skills at the wrong moments, and he definitely should stop shooting so many threes until he gets good at it. You say, born in 78, did you really know what you were watching in the 80s? The stats say there was much more scoring in the 80s than the 90s. Well, it's not about how many points are scored, it's how the points were scored. And yeah, I knew what I was watching in the 80s. That's why I grew up watching. Jordan came in the league at 84, 85. I'm from Chicago, man. I was watching all of that. I mean, Jordan averaged 37 points a game and took less than 1 3 a game. He dropped 37 points a game, shooting less than 1 3 a game. Like, what? I love my basketball, man. I know my basketball. That's something that nobody would be able to do today. That's something that nobody would do today, is score 37 points a game without a three-pointer. You know, it was just a different game, man. This is basketballreference.com. You want to know anything about any player, any era, any year, you can go right here. Here's Michael Jordan. You can go right here. 37 points a game. This is in 1986-87, his third year in the league. He came back after he broke his leg. 3-point attempts. 0.8 3-point attempts a game. He didn't even take 1 3. He didn't even average a single 3-pointer a game. He didn't even average 1 3-point shot a game and still dropped 37. So it's not about how many points was scored, it's how the points were scored. I don't think you know what you was watching. What I was watching. I know the difference. Like, I was big into basketball. Like, I eat, sleep, drink basketball at one point. Football too. So I know my sports. Anyway, he averaged 0.8. So even if we rounded up to 1 3 a game, he hit 0.1 threes a game. 0.1. That's like none. And then if you go right here, you can look. His third year, he took a total of 66 threes. The whole year, he took 66. And he had hit 12. If you look, his first year in the league, 52, 18, 66, 53, 98. It wasn't until 1990 that he started shooting threes and learning how to shoot. So if you go to the year 1990, like we said, the 90s are the best, 245. He was taking less than 100. His first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years in the league, he took less than 100 a year. 1990, 245. Then he went to 93, 100, 230. He barely played in 94, 95 because he retired. That's the first year he came back. The second three-peat, Jordan was a three-point shooter, way more than he dunked. His three-peat, he went to 263s, 297, and 126. So people say, well, the Jordan, this and that. If Jordan played in this era, Jordan would be shooting 300 to 400 threes a game, just like everybody else. Jordan game adjusted. I watched it firsthand, from him being a high flyer, dunking on people, to shooting threes. The year 1992, when he lit up Clyde Drexler and the Blazers and the finals, he had the record for most threes made in the NBA finals. Now, of course, that record has been broken, but that was Michael Jordan that did that. Like, things have changed. Like, Michael Jordan adjusted his game. So, when he was with the Wizards, he didn't shoot as many threes because he wasn't as agile. He was 39, 40 years old, because Michael Jordan's birthday is in February. So, yeah, he started the season at 38 and 39, but he was 39 and 40 on the second half of the season. He played power forward. When he was with the Wizards, he played power forward, so he played in the inside because big men didn't play outside game like they do now. If he was playing in today's NBA at the power forward the way he was then, he would have been shooting threes. But because they played in the paint and around the paint as a big, he played small forward, power forward. He would have been shooting more threes, but because of that, he wasn't. Anyway, it's all good, man. I appreciate, challenging the wisdom. Let me see. I ain't see y'all questions or whatever. Let's see. Jordan definitely was the mid-range king. his whole career. Definitely. That's why Kobe became the mid-range king, because Jordan was the mid-range king. Straight up. That is true. Let me go. Let's see what I didn't miss. And then we're gonna move on. I put here's the link if anybody want to come up and talk sports. Keep in mind, everybody, this is gonna be, I got 2 more live sports talk shows I'm gonna do, and then I'm not gonna do Sports Talk Tuesday anymore. I'll be talking about a different TV show at 10 o'clock on Tuesdays, maybe Dexter or other things. So I'm gonna do 2 more shows to finish out this month, and then all of my sports topics will move to my podcast, and I'll just do sports stories instead of an hour-long show. So I appreciate everybody that has came through and supported, but the sports show experiment is about to be over in 2 more weeks. So I appreciate all y'all coming through, but it didn't catch on how I liked. I've been doing it for a few months now, and it is what it is. So we'll see. Let's see. Young Slim, who is better, Westbrook or Allen Iverson? Damn, that is a good question. That's actually a better question than people realize. Damn, that is a good question, man. Wow. Y'all put a 1R if y'all rolling with Westbrook. Put a 2A if you rolling with Iverson. That is a good question, man. Allen Iverson or Westbrook? That's actually a better one than people may give credit. I gotta think about that for a second, man. That's a good one. What's up, Tamika? Thanks, I appreciate it. What's up? We got Reggie M in the building. What's up, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. How you feel?
All right. Thanks for coming through, man.
Man, I love you. I love your stuff, man. I love seeing you all on all of Lamont shows and everything.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks a lot. So what's up, man? What's up? You got froze over there. You still there?
So I watch all your stuff.
Okay, great,
You're my
man.
guy.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. I tried to make this sports pick up a little more, man, but I don't know. I think I might just talk about a TV show or something in this time slot starting next year.
I hear you. I've been checking you out, but I've been noticing. So I guess some of your power, the fan base that you build up from the other shows aren't really sports fans. So, but
exactly.
I was following you.
Yeah.
So listen, you do whatever you do, you're gonna be good at because you're a funny guy and you're a smart guy. You know, you're really perceptive. I like that. But I do disagree with you a little bit, probably because I'm a kid of the '80s.
All right.
So I'm a little older than you. So I seen all of the '80s and the '90s.
Okay.
And the thing that I had sent to you was a link to basketball references that shows points per game, average points per game per team since the league's been in existence. And I had sent a comment saying that, I mean, teams were scoring in 100 average, not just the Bulls, but in the average, they were scoring 110 points a game in the 80s. You know, as a league, every team was scoring 110 points a game. By the mid-90s, they had dropped down below 90 points per game. There was a 12, 13, 14-point swing in average points for every team per game from the 80s, from 80, 83, 84, 85, 86, when they were at 110 points a game, to the mid 80s when they were down under 99 points a game. So, you know, I saw that era, and that was a bully ball era. That's why they changed all the defensive rules, because of how basketball, with all the hand checking and the hard fouls, the game got ugly in the 90s. You remember what they were doing to Jordan? They were doing that they weren't doing that just to Jordan. They were doing that to all the top players, and it was just brutal.
That's true. You got a good point.
So 80s was free flowing basketball. You know, it was more than the Lakers that were fast break team. I grew up in Philly. I'm a Philly guy. You know, so I'm a Dr. J. I'm a Dr. J guy.
Right.
You know, so that those Sixers teams, they fast broke. Right. Those Milwaukee Bucks teams. People don't get a Milwaukee Bucks teams from the 80s.
Moncrief.
They were fast break teams. So, you know, take a look at, you know, in your spare time, take a look at the league averages. And like you were saying, these teams weren't shooting threes in the 80s, and they were averaging 110, 108 points a game.
Right. Can you hear me?
Sure.
Okay. Where is that section at? I just wanted to pull it up to give, you know, show what you were saying.
I put the link in the chat, but if you just...
It's not going to come up. Links ain't going to show up on there.
Oh, okay. If you just Google... NBA points per game per team historical basketball reference, they show like 3-point percentage, you know, per
right here.
That's it. Yeah.
Averages. So
scroll down and look at the look at the 80s.
Here go points right here. Okay, 107, 100. Yeah, it went down. And what you said is true. Defense did get tougher in the 90s, and they did have the Jordan rules and all of that. I do remember that.
But those Jordan rules, they weren't just for Jordan though, man. They were all the Clyde Drexler and all those guys, you know, that were high scores. They were just beating guys up.
Right. Yeah, here it is. So in 1980, it was at 109, 108, 108, 108, 110, 110, 109, 108. 109. Here go the 90s. 107, 106, 105, 105, 101, 101, 96, 99 points. 96. So from 96 till about to 2009, they scored under 100 points a game.
Because they changed all those. That's when they were. That's why they came up with the no hand checking rule. Illegal zone rules, all those rules put in place, getting ticky-tack fouls, you get top foul for touching guys. Right. All those rules were put into place.
And the Palace did that, really.
Yeah.
That's why, 07, 08, that's why it stopped. Then it went right up to start scoring like they did. That really made it go. Because the Malice and the Palace was a combination of all of that rough bully ball, like you saying, coming too far, you know.
Right.
I mean?
But it was a lot of teams doing that. I mean, we hear about the Bulls because of the Jordan rules and the Heat and the Knicks. You know, they got into so many fights. But remember Tree Rollins and Danny Green biting Tree Rollins' foot? I mean, there was craziness all over the league. It's only that the good teams got publicity around it. But true. You can tell by the averages that it was league wide.
Right.
It was league wide. And it wasn't really just great defense.
Yeah, you remember Dr. J and Larry Bird fight.
I remember that. I remember all that, man. And real quick, I'm gonna let somebody else talk. That the Russell Westbrook, because I'm a 76ers fan, so of course I'm an AI fan. And I'm a Russell Westbrook fan because I'm an AI fan. Because Russell Westbrook is the closest thing you're ever going to see to AI, except, check this out, and AI is my guy. Met him many times before hanging out with them places. AI is my guy. But Westbrook is more athletic, and he's bigger. You know, so
he is bigger.
Better, I don't know. I say when we get into arguments in my 76ers Facebook groups, I say Westbrook had a better career because he had the scoring titles and all that kind of stuff. I think Westbrook is a better player because of his rebounding, you know, and his assist numbers are just higher than, you know. So you gotta give him credit for dragging a team, you know, to the finals on his back.
Right.
With no help. Westbrook never did that. So but I'm gonna let you go, man. Love you much, man. I'll be following you. Whatever you do, you know, I'm in your corner.
I appreciate it. Before you, I want to ask you, since you got that unique perspective, who is a better player then, AI or Westbrook? And I'm gonna pull up they stuff while you tell me. Your opinion.
Oh man, that's
It's
you know,
tough,
I can't say it out of my mouth. Out of my mouth won't let me say that Westbrook is a better player than AI. But
right.
I'll say AI had a better career, but Westbrook was a better player.
Now let me show you this. Westbrook is a 9-time All-Star. He's got 2 scoring titles, 9-time All-NBA. He's a 2-time All-Star MVP. He's the 75th anniversary team. He won the NBA MVP, All Rookie, and he led the league in assists 3 times.
Yep.
And he's had a triple-double, 1, 2,
4.
3 years in a row, 4 for his career, and is the number 1 in triple-doubles in NBA history. And he's still going. So his career, I think, is probably better than AI's, but it's not as sexy as AI's, if that makes sense. AI had a more finesse game. His scoring was better, but the rest of his game wasn't as good.
And they both got to the finals once.
That's true.
But Westbrook got there with Durant and Harden, and them guys, where AI was going with who? The Dikembe Mutombo.
Right.
The older Dikembe too, not even prime the Dikembe, who was never as good as Durant or Harden even in his prime.
That is
so. I think that's the only thing that keeps AI in that conversation with Westbrook is that he got there. Both of them got there. Both of them got an MVP. Both of them have scoring titles, but AI drug a team, to the finals. And Westbrook, as the guy. Has Westbrook ever been the guy?
When Durant left, that's when he started doing the triple doubles. But
they never went anywhere.
The first round, right? They never got out the first round. So
AI was the guy.
Right.
I would say when he was with Denver, I don't know. Melo probably was the guy. It was kind of his team. Right. But I don't know when he was in Philly, he was always the guy. And he took us to the finals, and we got one. Nobody thought we could get one in that series. We got one.
Yeah, that's true. And it was the first one.
So,
and it was on their home court. So that's true. And to AI credit, he does have a 3-time steals champ. AI did have great D. 3-time
but you can't
champ.
Those triple doubles, all those triple double seasons is gonna be. I mean, that's hard. That's hard to beat. So I would say, I gotta say for my man AI, I gotta say he had the better career because of the way he got to the finals. But Westbrook is a better player because of those triple doubles and the assists and the rebounds I love his attitude, man. That's my favorite player in the league.
Mine too. He that's why I say if Westbrook was 6'8", with his attitude and the way he played, he could have maybe been the greatest of all time.
Oh man, if he was 6'6",
yeah.
I mean, because he's what, 6'3"?
Yeah, he's little. Yeah.
Like that. Like they always said that. I think Kobe said that about AI. If he was 6'6", world would be in trouble.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well, hey man, I appreciate you coming, man. Thanks for all the support. And who knows, I might pop up in every now and then and do something, But I think I'm gonna try to, keep.
Well, whatever you do, I check out anyway, so it don't even matter. You do something different, I'll be following you because you're a good dude and you're a funny dude. You're entertaining. I love that.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot. Definitely.
All right, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Yep. Take care, man.
Peace.
All right. What's up, talking and grubbing, my man? How you feeling, man?
I'm doing good, Jay. And yourself, man? I thought you weren't gonna let me in. I'm sitting up pounding on the door like Detective Whitman.
We gonna let you in, man. Hey, man, we like Professor Sexy up in here. Everybody gonna get a shot, man.
I'll wait my turn. No.
You got one. So what's up, man? What's up, man? What you want to talk about, man? What was on your mind, man?
Well,
want to talk about Curry or the Bulls or something else, man? What's up?
This is all NBA so far.
Okay, what's up with this NBA, man? What's on your mind?
It's been a lot of surprising teams, been some disappointments.
Yeah, definitely, man. Speaking of disappointments, man, my Bulls was doing great. We had DeMar DeRozan over here looking like a steal that we got him instead of the Lakers. They should have got him. They planned on getting him, but then changed their mind and went after Westbrook. And that's been a blessing. But now the Bulls, the whole damn team got COVID.
Yeah, I was shocked when I heard that. I said, wow. Almost, what is it? It's 10 players. Like, wow, 10 players got hit with COVID, or at least came in contact with people with COVID.
Yeah, they got to postpone the next 2 games because the Bulls got a COVID outbreak. First, it was DeRozan they announced, and who knows? I don't want to put it on him, but it did spread like wildfire, and it's unfortunate. And you see people like Kyrie that don't want to take the vaccine, which is fine. That's your personal choice, but this is real. You see people out here getting sick, and as I say, 10 players in the health and safety protocol right now. 10 players. That's the whole team.
Pretty much.
Wiped out the whole team. And I don't know if Zach LaVine is in there. Yeah, he is. And he was having it last season. Yeah, he had it last season. We got Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Troy Brown, Kobe White, Javonte Green, Matt Thompson, Derek Jones. Damn, it looked like Lonzo Ball don't hang out with none of these dudes. He don't hang out with none of their ass, so he good. But everybody else is screwed over here. So, damn, it's unfortunate, man. The Bulls, man, and with COVID really affecting people respiratory issues, who's to say if they'll be able to recover completely this season and be able to run up and down with teams without getting tired?
Right.
You know, that might have wiped out our season with our two best players now having it. Yeah, Caruso don't hang with their ass either. Caruso and Lonzo, they hang with each other since they both with the Lakers and stuff. So who knows, man?
Yeah, that's terrible about the Bulls.
Yeah, we got Young Slim. What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, bro? What's going on?
What's up? Oh, nothing
What's up,
much.
talking and grubbing?
How you doing?
I'm hanging in there. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. But we gotta get to the disappointments. The doggone Lakers.
Man. Yeah, I told people that they was not going to be what people thought with all of these old players. Everybody thought, well, we got Dwight Howard, we got Carmelo, these dudes are not who they used to be. You got Westbrook, Anthony Davis, and LeBron is what you got. Some people say LeBron had COVID and didn't want to tell people. What's your thoughts on that, talking and grubbing?
Well, that definitely could be possible, or he could have got a bad, faulty, positive result. That's happened before with these COVID tests.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't be accurate.
It didn't come out he had it. He said he had some other type of injury. People saying that he trying to hide it.
No, if he would have had COVID, he'd have been out a lot longer than what he was.
Okay. Slim, what's up? What you think about the Lakers and LeBron? Think he got COVID or he was really injured or what?
Well, first of all, the Lakers and LeBron, I'm not a fan. I'm not a LeBron fan. I just don't like him, period. But that team reminds me of when they tried to get Karl Malone and the glove back in the day, back in the early 2000s.
Right. Karl Malone last year.
Yeah, it just doesn't. It don't work. You gotta have young players. It has, and plus chemistry. But as far as him having COVID, he might have had it, man. I mean, who knows?
Right.
Only he knows.
Right. He didn't answer correctly or accurately when they was asking if he took the vaccine. He never said yes.
He probably didn't. Half them dudes didn't.
He probably didn't.
Definitely a possibility.
But they all want us to take it though.
That's true. And you know, the thing with that is you're not supposed to be able to play in the building in the Lakers. Like Kyrie can't play with the Nets in the building without it.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be that, and they think maybe that the Laker organization covered for LeBron. This is allegedly, so make sure I don't get sued. Allegedly, this is what they say. So who knows? Yeah, talking to Grubbin, you a LeBron fan after after what he did in Cleveland, you still gonna support him since he brought you one, huh?
What? Why you gotta go there, OBJ?
I see you still wearing the finals shirt. You holding on to that one, huh?
Hey, I got to. Hey, if you got any Bulls championship gear, you probably holding on to that too.
Oh yeah, but Mike ain't do us wrong. We felt that the organization Krause did Mike wrong and Phil Jackson. They didn't let Jordan and them play together. They broke it up for no reason.
And Ryan Starvis' fault. Is that fault too? He could have said something.
He should have told Krause, shut your ass up, man. Let them play or you fired.
But we appreciate LeBron for coming home, bringing us one. He kept his promise.
Okay.
That shit was so rigged.
Oh, here we go again.
They traded. No, they suspended Draymond Green for some BS, and that turned the whole series.
That is true.
They still have one. Hey, Young Slim, they still have one more game to win. All they had to get was one.
They was up. They was down. Well, y'all was down 3-1, and then all of a sudden, Draymond suspended for something dumb that LeBron started. Oh, I can't stand it.
But in hindsight, that was Draymond's karma for not being suspended for what he did to Adams. That was egregious.
Yeah, with the need him or whatever, and
kicked
him. Right, that's right. And then he
deliberately
kicked him in the ding.
But if they were going to suspend him for that, then they should suspend him for that, not for getting up and saying, LeBron, you're a bitch. Like, that's stupid. Like,
LeBron stepped over him. We all know that's a violation in the streets.
Yeah.
Y'all be stepping over and be like, I'm no garbage.
Get your balls out of my face.
And you ain't supposed to be kicking. Hey, Draymond wasn't supposed to be kicking people in the balls either.
That was last series.
That was last series.
No matter. You ain't supposed to be doing that. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander.
The NBA did everything they could for LeBron to turn that series around, and he did it. I'll give him that.
Oh, come on!
You got a good argument there.
MVP. You tell me he couldn't get one more.
Right. NBA fans said he didn't do anything wrong in Cleveland.
2 out of 3 in his house.
I just whatever.
What?
I hate him.
LeBron is the GOAT. Come on, NBA fan. How old are you? 15?
LeBron ain't the GOAT of nothing.
Heck no, LeBron ain't the GOAT. LeBron is.
That's his opinion.
Right. And that's why I'm trying to help him.
I let him have it.
I'm sure you would.
No, it ain't because I'm from Cleveland. Don't put that card on me.
Exactly. LeBron is in conversation for the second or third best player of all time.
Yeah.
He ain't the GOAT.
Yeah.
I'll give him second, third.
I'll give him third.
Yeah.
I'll give him third, maybe fourth.
Yeah. He keep moving down. By the end of the show, he'd be top 10.
It's Michael Jordan, number 1. Me personally, I like Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson is my number 2. And then
Magic,
I can roll with Magic.
And then I guess LeBron. But
right. That dude, first of all, talking and grubbing ain't from Chicago, and neither is Slim, only me. And he said, we got to let Jordan go. He's number 2. Man, get out of here.
How's Jordan number? I hate Michael Jordan too, but I can respect the fact that he's the best player I ever seen play.
Right.
I got Kareem.
LeBron, what's LeBron? LeBron's like what?
He talking about because LeBron beat the 73-9 Warriors team, but Slim just laid out what happened, which is a very valid point, though.
Yeah,
but they still got
3-1.
They still had a chance to win one more game.
It's momentum, bro.
One more
momentum.
Oh, momentum, nothing. Golden State had home court advantage. 2 out of 3.
You sit down. You sit down the heart of our team, right? Draymond was the heart of that team.
He came back for the rest of the series.
But you know what? Draymond was on pace to be the MVP of that finals.
Yeah.
And when he came back, that last game
wasn't the same.
It wasn't the same momentum.
Yeah.
I couldn't even pull it up.
He balled in the first half. Draymond was killing from 3.
You know what?
Yeah.
It was like Curry and them did settle down. They wasn't on fire like.
No, they wasn't.
Yeah, Curry and Clay lost that series.
Yeah, you could say that.
Here go LeBron right here.
What about that goaltend on Iguodala?
But you talking
about
from behind?
That was not a goaltend.
It was a goaltend.
No, it wasn't.
It was a goaltend.
That's a good debate. I'm not gonna say it is. I'm not gonna say it wasn't. That's a good point, though. Good debate.
That wasn't no goaltend.
Yes, it was.
Damn, LeBron had played a lot of playoff games, man.
Yeah, lost a whole bunch of them too.
He has. He's been in 50 playoff series. Damn.
He's played for 20 years. Of course he has.
That's true.
But he has what? 3? I'm not even counting that BS bubble chip. I'm talking he's got 3 legitimate rings.
Look, a lot
and they're not, two of them weren't even legitimate.
Was trying to get that same BS ring.
Listen.
They was all in the bubble.
That was the corniest. They should have just didn't even finish that season.
Look at this. This is the finals against the Warriors right quick. The first game, they lost by damn near 20. The second game, what? 87, 97, 107, about 30, 33.
Yeah, Draymond balled out in that game.
The next game, they lost by, no, they won.
They won by 30.
Then they lost again by 11. It was looking bad. Every game was a blowout. Then
let's sit Draymond down. Let's sit Draymond down and give these bums a chance to win.
Right. Oh man, get up out of here.
The only game that was
get out of here with that young Slim. Come on.
This is the only game close.
Please, people still thought they were gonna win, even though Draymond was out.
Draymond balled his ass off in game 7. He dropped 32 points and 15 rebounds.
Yes, he did.
But we still didn't talk about that goaltend. That changed the game.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't. Neither team could score for what, 4 minutes?
Yo, it was it was like I think they had the lead with one. I think they had the lead, and then they got the steal from Cleveland, and all Iguodala had to do was dunk it.
No, it was still tied.
That was a tie game?
Right.
Oh, okay. And then here comes LeBron with the cheapest block that he always does. Running from behind. You can't go up, head up with me, right? You got to come running from behind.
Well, I mean, that's Iguodala's fault.
And foul me.
He didn't get fouled.
That's
Iguodala's fault for coming in with that weak stuff.
Come on, man.
He should have dunked it.
Steph Curry went 6 for 19. Harrison Barnes went 3 for 10. Clay went 6 for 17. Iguodala 2 for 6. Livingston 3. They were broke as hell. Draymond went 11
and still should have won the game.
It was still close. Yeah,
and still should have won the game.
And lost by 4 points. Curry still dropped 17. How many threes he hit? He took 14 threes. He hit 4 of them.
Jack in the fourth quarter. That was the problem.
Went 2 for 10 from 3. Draymond went 6 for 8 from 3. Draymond balled that series, man.
Did. You was right.
Draymond
he was going to be the MVP.
He was the MVP, man.
But they suspended him.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. He
Because
still
LeBron put
came
his
back.
balls in
Y'all,
his face.
y'all keep on making
balls
like he
in
was
my
gone
face,
for the
man.
remainder of the series. He came back.
That messed up 2 games in a row, though. They wouldn't have probably lost those.
The
those
Warriors
3
still
games
could have
in a row.
won one.
Yeah, but they lost 3 games in a row.
Dude.
The momentum shifted. They may have. Say this 93-89 would have happened in game 5. They probably wouldn't have won the next 2.
Nobody, man, come on. They
I
was
mean,
talking,
it is what it is.
talking about free Draymond. It should have been stop LeBron and Kyrie.
All right, regardless if they won that series, they went off and got Kevin Durant and then won the next 2.
They had to. They had to go get KD.
They didn't have to do that.
Yes, they had to.
They were still the best team.
They didn't
had
have
to get
to,
KD.
but they had to. They didn't have to, but they did.
They didn't have to.
Right. Because they really could have won without KD. They beat them already without KD.
They already made it to 2 in a row without him.
Right.
And should have won. And should have won.
They wanted to stack
But
the
they
deck.
did. Should have, would have,
Yeah,
could have.
And they did.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
Shoulda,
cheap.
woulda, coulda. They had the 2 out of 3 in their building. You got it. You telling me they could? This is a 73-win team. Couldn't win one more game to clinch the championship.
It's momentum,
Just
bro.
one.
You want? It's momentum.
Basketball. Nothing. Nobody thought the Cavs was gonna make history. Nobody thought the Cavs was coming back.
Because they wasn't supposed to, though.
No, they shouldn't have.
Anybody who put money on that in Vegas cleaned up after that series.
Yo, how many times has LeBron lost in the finals?
6.
Yeah,
More than he's won, right?
5? What you said, 6?
Yeah.
So he's got 6 losses,
and
6
10
losses
appearances,
and 3 wins or 4 wins.
4 wins. We ain't gonna play that. We not gonna play that game because we can put an asterisk on any and every championship. Let's keep that same energy.
That's a nasty ratio, bro.
What Bulls championships can you put an asterisk on?
I'm just saying for conversation purposes.
Nobody's lost that much in the finals.
I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Nobody, except for LeBron.
Jerry West.
And you got to keep in mind
he's the damn logo.
Okay, but also keep in mind that teams was stacked big time then. But keep in mind, LeBron was in the East during their weakest time period, damn near. You know, the East was pretty weak. But I ain't going to bash LeBron, no, man.
He just didn't win.
Yeah.
Until he went to Miami, and that was weak. That was a weak move.
NBA fans said that the Golden State won the illegitimate ring.
I'm sorry, Jay.
No, I was going to say NBA fans said that Golden State won the illegitimate 2015 ring. Hey, we said they stacked the deck KD.
No, you're talking about the 2015 ring where not LeBron. Kyrie,
when everybody was injured, K-Love. Yeah. They was injured, and that was Cleveland would have won that one if Kevin Love and Kyrie was there because Golden State didn't know how to win yet.
Yeah, I definitely think they would have won if Kyrie and Kevin Love would have been healthy. So, Young Slim, you didn't like the fact. So you don't like LeBron with the fact he left Cleveland to go to Miami.
I don't like LeBron, period.
Okay.
I don't care if he stayed in Cleveland or went to Miami.
I don't have nothing against LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan, but I don't have.
I just hate that. Yo, feel like I can't stand this book.
I can't
care
stand
either
him.
way.
He changed the game. Let's team up with all my NBA star buddies. It changed the parity in the NBA. There is no parity in the NBA.
Right.
He tried to do it again with the Lakers, but now he just looks like a fool because they're all old. It don't work.
Right.
It didn't work.
Right.
But I guarantee that was LeBron's idea to get all them dudes.
Definitely think AD.
Definitely. They should have got Westbrook. They should have got Chris Paul.
Westbrook.
Yeah.
Carmelo. Come on. Dwight Howard.
I think all
guys
of them
are
other
old.
guys. Yeah, I think it still would have worked if they would have got Chris Paul instead of Westbrook. You needed a pure point guard that can score, that can shoot.
But Phoenix ain't giving him up.
Well, he was a free agent.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, no, this year he was a free agent.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I heard Chris Paul's tough to play with.
Yeah, that's right. Chris
He
Paul
know
was
what to
a free
do.
agent in this offseason.
He got Phoenix looking like the best team in the league right now, but Golden
Sure
State.
do.
Yeah,
Got to the finals last year.
damn right.
But I mean, they just ran to a hungrier Bucks team.
That Bucks team was an inch away from losing to Brooklyn. An inch, not even an inch.
That's true.
So,
But that's because KD is the perfect matchup for Giannis. Anything Giannis can put up points wise, so can KD.
and Harden was playing like garbage in that game 7.
Right, as always.
Yeah, he always falls
Yeah.
apart in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Shrinks.
And of course, we see Kyrie always injured when you need him.
Yeah, always. But so is Chris Paul. Chris Paul's always injured in the playoffs too.
Right.
Always.
For the most part. Shout
out to my boy Reggie M. He was on earlier. We see he know what he talking about.
Oh, hey. Yeah, as far as that, I think the 90s was the better era. The 90s.
I agree.
I thought it was just way more parity. Each team had a great player and a really good player. It was just more. Remember, like, I don't care if Jordan dominated, but he didn't play the same team except for until he played the Jazz, but he played the Lakers, the Blazers, the Suns. It was parity, like teams.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Teams had a chance to make it.
That's true.
And it's not like that anymore. For 15 years, it was just whoever came out the West and LeBron.
Right. That's
Never team LeBron was on.
Yeah, that's because the East was so garbage. He just had a clean way to the finals, especially with the team stacked the way it was.
And he stacked his team every time.
Right.
The Heat was stacked. Definitely. He tried to stack the Cavaliers. Kevin Love. You got rid of this guy that's on
Wiggins
to get Kevin Love, and then Kyrie. Come on, dog. Why you always gonna stack your team?
Right. And
I don't think the Cavs was stacked like Miami was.
Miami
was really stacked.
Yeah.
And shout out to Reggie on earlier. He was talking about the points. Yeah, you're right. The points were a few more in the 80s, but it's about how they were scored is what I was trying to say too. You know, it was a little more dynamic than just pound the paint and free throws like the 80s. They started shooting threes more in the 90s, as well as more athletic and pound the. It was more closer to today's game, but still like the 80s. It was the perfect balance to me. You know what I mean? It wasn't just so much in the paint, and it wasn't all this jacking up threes from half court shit.
They were slipping on Jerry Curl juice in the 80s.
Right. And he said he a Magic guy. I'm a big Magic guy too. I love Magic, and he is one of the few players that could, like, if you really want to be real, that Lakers team, he could play all 5 positions, but that Lakers team that he played the Bulls in 91 was really old. Yeah. They wouldn't have made it in trash without Magic. They didn't make the playoffs the next year without Magic. I know he was a great player. You had Worthy, who was old. Byron Scott was old.
On his last leg.
Yeah. Divock was so young. He was just learning. Perkins was old.
Right.
Cooper wasn't on the team, I don't think.
No, Kareem retired.
Kareem retired. Like, if Magic made those guys go to the finals. I remember watching the Western Conference finals. Like, Magic did stuff that didn't show up on paper. Like, I remember against the Blazers, because the Blazers was a great team at that time, too. He got the rebound, and it was like the time, like 10 seconds. He got the rebound and took the ball and rolled it down to the opposite side of the court so that the time would tick off and they wouldn't get enough time to get another possession and get a shot up, the Blazers type stuff. Like, he just saw the game and knew the game at a whole nother level. That was the first. I was like, damn, that was smart. Like, you don't see people do stuff like that now or whatever. Like, Magic was dope, man.
He was my favorite
why I say
player.
Magic, yeah, that's why I say Magic, although if you look at his paper, it's not going to show lead the league in scoring or rebounds like he probably could have. Well, who knows with scoring, but you know, he did lead the league in assists and was ahead of his time. It took John Stockton a minute to pass him, but remember, Magic career did get cut short. Yeah. I think Magic was only like 32.
Yeah, due to you know, him testing positive for HIV.
Right. And he did make a comeback twice. And that just showed that just like how Jordan came back, had they have played nonstop, their records would be on a different level. Like Magic played what until he was 31. Like that's nothing. He was young.
Yes.
Young. 31. And he missed what 32, 33, 30. He missed 4 years, came back at 36.
I remember how he balled out in that All-Star game, won MVP.
Yeah, that was the 92 All-Star game because he was still on the ballot and he hit all them threes, which was so shocking because people was just shooting threes. That's why I say the 90s was changing. They was just shooting threes. Magic never was shooting threes. He was never known to shoot threes. And then he hit like what 4, 5, 6 threes on everybody in the All-Star game. Like he got
anybody who guarded him.
Right.
He was just so smooth. He was probably the smoothest person I ever seen play with a basketball, dog. Right. Like he just had so many moves. Like he was just so smooth. Like the no-look passes and just he was just amazing.
Yeah. Amazing. And look, this go to my point where I was talking with Reggie. Look at the 80s on how they scored. So he had 0.4 three-point attempts, like a half a three a game. 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.8. Then it gets to 1989 season. He went from 0.8 to 2.5, 3.5, 3.5. Yeah. You know what I mean? They just started scoring. And then his scoring went up. He scored 20 points a game twice his whole career. And then he did it 2 out of the next 3 years in the 90s. Out of the first 3 years in the 90s, he did it twice out of the first 3 years. Like
just clutch. Like you said, the stuff that Magic's impact on the game, it wasn't always in the score sheet, you know?
Right.
Just like he was just amazing.
Yeah, because you look at his assists, he led the league in assists 4 times. He had 10 assists or better 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years in a row. His last 9 years in a row, he was 10, 13, 12, 12, 12, 12, 12, 11 and a half, 12. Like he would have put the assist record on a whole nother level had he had been able to play the next 4 to 5 years straight. And even at 36, that's still young. Think about it. Mike came back at 39, 40 with the Wizards. What if Magic played till he was 40? That's 10 years off his career. Kareem played to 40.
He definitely would have broke some records.
Yeah, because Magic could have, if he couldn't have ran the point with the speed, he could have moved to power forward. He did it here. He played power forward at 36. At 6'9", that's nothing. And he's still at 36 with HIV, playing 32 games. He still averaged 29 minutes a game, 14.5 points, 6.9 assists, and 5.7 rebounds off the bench. He only started 9 games. He put up 15 points, 7 assists, and 6 boards off the bench at 36. Like Magic game was like very special, man.
I didn't realize he retired at that young. I didn't realize he was that young.
Yeah, man. 31 ain't nothing. Westbrook is older than him, or I think he's 31 or 32 right now.
Wow.
You know. Yeah, let me see how old Westbrook is.
I think at least 31, 32.
Yeah, 31, 32, I think as well. He's 33.
Wow.
Westbrook is 33 years old right now.
I don't think he'll ever win an NBA title.
Not as a starter. Not as a
starter. He had to come off the bench.
He would be amazing for the Lakers off the bench. If you allow,
that's what I've been saying.
Yeah, make make LeBron the point guard, like when he was averaging 10 assists, and he could run that first unit. And then you got Westbrook coming off. Westbrook would still average 20 points a game.
Yeah.
He still would be damn near averaging a triple-double.
Why, he don't want to come off the bench?
Well, you know, it's a pride thing with some players, you know.
Yeah.
And he ain't never came off the bench since his rookie year, basically. What? He's 65 games he started. So what, 15, 20 games he came off the bench. So, you know, he ain't came off the bench since.
It's time for him to go back, man. And they need to turn it around. They might not, like, all that money with all them veterans. It's like, it reminds me of when my team, the Eagles, try to get all these free agents and call it the dream team.
Vince Young and all of them.
Yeah, the dream team. That's what the Lakers are doing.
Right.
That only works in baseball. And that don't even work all the time.
Yeah, the Yankees do it all the time, but they still don't end up winning because it'd be teams like Houston or the Royals or something. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot of variables with that. So yeah, that is true. So yeah, before we get out of here, since we've been talking about the Lakers and all this, I'm gonna talk about this one show. Of course, I got to talk about some shows, but this show I think is gonna actually be pretty good, and it's coming out, I believe, at the beginning of the year, and it's called Winning Time.
Oh yeah,
and this show is gonna be fire. It's about Magic Johnson and the Lakers. It's gonna be on HBO. On HBO, it's about Jerry Buss. It's got John C. Reilly, who is hella funny. He was in Step Brothers with Will Ferrell and all of that stuff. He's hella funny. He gonna be Jerry Buss. Yeah,
he was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Star-Lord, fun of him or whatever. Yeah, he been in a lot of stuff, man. And it's about the rise of the Lakers in the 80s and Showtime Lakers. It come out in March of 2022. I'm looking forward to it.
I saw the trailer recently. It looks like it's gonna be hot.
Definitely look good. The trailer fire. And talk about him with Cookie, this and that, all the parties. Talk about Kareem when he was trying to be on Airplane. That's supposed to be
that's one of my favorite movies.
Airplane definitely is one of my favorite movies. That is hilarious. Hey, mama ain't rating no food. Don't be
dive. That was bad. I still crack up at that jive talk.
Blood don't want no time, then blood ain't gonna get no time. Shoot.
Oh, like
jive turkey. Jive turkey. But yeah, man, this is definitely something y'all should look out for, everybody, for in March. Because this is gonna be fire. I'm definitely gonna talk about it, do some reviews about it. I'm not familiar with Quincy Isaiah. But it definitely looked good. They got this guy playing Larry Bird, Sean Patrick Small, not familiar.
Yeah, Adrian Brody playing Pat Riley.
But they got Mike Epps playing Richard Pryor. He always loved to play Richard Pryor, and he's gonna be in 6 episodes as Richard Pryor at that. He been wanting to do the Richard Pryor biopic for the longest.
Right.
So it seems every time it is a Richard Pryor role, he always there trying to play Richard. He does look like Richard though.
They've been close a couple of times to making it. I don't know if
why is Mike Epps? Why would Richard Pryor be in the Lakers show?
Probably
because he probably went to the Lakers club, to the Forum Club a lot back then.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they got Jack
Nicholson with Kareem, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, I'm
he might have been
on here. If they got Jack and them other people, let's see. They got Larry Bird, Richard Pryor, Paula Abdul. 6 episodes. She did, cause she was a Laker girl, and you know,
she was a choreographer also.
Right, Magic used to mess around with her. They do got Jack Nicholson, So 6 episodes, Jack Nicholson. And Jack was there a lot.
So of course we know Jack did some things down in that club.
David Stern. Look how young they gonna have David Stern in this.
Oh wow.
Rest in peace.
This must be when he was still the assistant commissioner.
Yeah, because he wasn't a commissioner yet.
Right.
So yeah. It was I'm trying to think of his name. I can't think of his name right now before David Stern.
I'm trying. Let
me see. Anybody in the comments remember who it was before David Stern?
I think it's the dude the trophy's named after.
Larry O'Brien.
Yeah, I think it might have been Larry O'Brien.
I don't think it's Larry O'Brien. It's we could actually look on what you call it. But anybody,
it was Larry O'Brien.
Oh, it was. You looked it up.
Yeah, it was Larry O'Brien.
Okay. All right. So yeah, that's
what's up. I only remember Stern. I don't remember nobody else.
Well, Stern was damn near from the 80s on.
That's who the NBA championship trophy's named after, Larry O'Brien.
They probably need to rename some trophy after Stern because he took the NBA to the next level. Because a lot of people before Magic came, they wouldn't mess with the NBA because they said it was full of drug users and all this.
The NBA had a lot of
bad. Yeah, no, they just had a bad reputation. Yeah, it was on tape delay.
You're right.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember hearing no live TV back then.
Right.
Plus, there was a lot of coke used in the NBA back in the 70s.
Hey, it's a hell of a drug.
The snowfall. A lot of snowfall in the
That's
NBA.
why there was a lot of parody back in the 70s.
Right.
Like, I can store the line and we can still win the championship.
Yeah, right, right.
Is real.
That's Reggie. That's why the scoring was so high. They had that cocaine. Allegedly. Well, hey man, I appreciate y'all for coming through.
No problem, Jay.
It definitely was fun, y'all coming talking. Appreciate y'all, man. Reggie as well. All the comments. And I wish it would have been like this more often. Maybe I may, stick around and do it more often. We'll see. But I definitely appreciate y'all coming through. Everybody, y'all should consider joining the membership. We talk like this all the time in Discord. Slim, I sent you the email, man.
Did you? I gotta check. Yeah. I gotta check it.
It's all good. But everybody definitely appreciate all the comments. If y'all want to join the membership and talk in Discord with us all the time, the membership link is in the description box below. We be talking last night. We was talking to 3 a.m. So we be talking late sometimes in there about all kind of stuff, man. So watching movies, talking everything. There's a lot of cool people up in there. So definitely is cool, man. I appreciate it, man. You want to say anything before we get up out of here, y'all? Talking grubbing. You got something you want to say before we leave?
Man, speaking of that winning time, I cannot wait till that comes out. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna be great. I can't wait as well. I was hoping it was sooner than March, but March will be here before you know it. So it is what it is. But yeah, that's gonna be fire. Definitely, I'm definitely gonna be reviewing that.
Talking to Grubbin, is your team the Browns too?
Yes.
What you think about Baker?
Oh man, you had to hit me with a Baker question, man. You did that on purpose, man. No.
I was just asking.
Y'all had all that talent, man. Y'all was supposed to do something, man. What happened, man?
Well, at least we still better position. At least we still in the playoff hunt.
So we wasn't expected.
Bears we got 3 first-round picks. We got 3 first-round picks.
Right.
Yeah, but Matt Nagy's about to be fired anyway.
I hope so.
Baker, I think they're gonna give him one. I think they're gonna give him one more year. They already picked up his option.
I don't think he's got it, man.
Sometimes
Go ahead.
I don't think he's the worst.
I think they're gonna give him one more year. I don't think they're gonna just get rid of him like that because he got injured this year.
Yeah, definitely. Big Ron in Discord, we talk all the time. Anybody that's a channel member, their name is highlighted. So if you all are seeing their name in green, they a channel member. NBA fan said, "What's the Discord?" Well, that's why I just pulled this up so you all can see. Look like we're in the Matrix right here with the screens repeating. But in any YouTube video, you could go right here. It's got the person name. That's to join the membership. And you can show more and iTunes, all of that different stuff. You can subscribe. But when you join this channel's membership as a Tommy Egan level or higher, then Discord is another, think of it like group chat community. And we watch movies. Like I can't play movies and stuff on YouTube because of copyright infringement. But in Discord, I'm able to play the movies. We watch, Power every weekend. We watch movies. We talk. We can talk like in group chat. You can do video chat. It's a separate app, but I have the link to join it for our members. And so, it's about 70 people in there, 60, 70 people in there. And we be chatting up some stuff, man. A lot of cool ladies in there. Not a dating app. I don't want people thinking they about to, come clean up in there. But they are cool as hell. The dudes is cool. We talk about everything from sneakers to sports to news, COVID, trending stories, all kind of stuff, man. So also a lot of behind the scenes stuff go on YouTube. Some people may be wondering what happened to certain people and different stuff, or what's going on. We talk a lot about stuff like that too. So, definitely is cool. So definitely appreciate it. Jamari told you, man, give Baker another chance, man. Ain't nobody else to get next year. You ain't got nobody else.
Like I said, they picked up his 5th-year option. I think they'll give him one more year. Then if he don't work out, then they're gonna move on, draft their own guy. Because with this regime, they inherited Baker. They didn't draft him.
True.
They lucky they inherited something that's got some value though. Sometimes you inherit nothing.
Like the Lions.
Oh. Yeah, they could. They could use them for trade bait if they decide to.
Right.
He said like the Lions.
Ain't nobody inherited nothing there in a long time. They had Matthew Stafford though, as you see, he was something. They just didn't know what to do with it.
They ain't had no talent around them.
They had 10 years.
They had Megatron. He had Megatron for 10 years, damn near.
That's true, but still,
they didn't win nothing.
They didn't replace Megatron after he retired.
Javid Best, Reggie Bush. He's had receivers and running backs. Nothing. He's just not that good.
He's doing good this year. He's doing good with the Rams.
He puts up numbers. He's a stat patter. He's not a winner.
Oh, you talking about Matt Stafford?
Yeah.
He's not going to win. They're not going to win a playoff game. He never has. Never will.
He definitely put up a lot of numbers.
That's all he does. But he doesn't win games. That's the difference between him and Aaron Rodgers.
So young
Aaron Rodgers might lose the big game.
Ain't going nowhere.
Aaron Rodgers might lose the big game, but he'll get you to the big game. Matt Stafford won't even get you to the big game.
What you think about your boy Jalen Hurts? You done with him?
He's still a rookie. He's doing better than kid in Jacksonville.
Hurts gonna be solid.
I see him gradually getting better. He's getting better. So
how long you gonna give him? How many years you gonna give him to get better?
Just as long as they give the rest of them guys. You know what I'm talking about? Like
right.
Just as long as they give the rest of them guys.
Right.
As long as they gave
Riddick said like Stat Padford. They gave Stat Padford. They gave him 10 years to get better.
How long did it take for Matt Stafford? He's never won a playoff game. How long did Andy Dalton have to start? He never won a playoff game.
That's
How long
true.
did Jacksonville stick with Blaine Gabbert? How long did it take for him to develop?
Right.
Or Blake
He
Bortles.
never won a fucking
Blake
division.
Bortles.
Well, no, wait a minute. Blake Bortles did win a couple playoff games.
Blake Bortles did.
Look what they
But
got with old
not
boy
Blaine
in
Gabbert.
Tennessee. Old boy in Tennessee playing good now. How long it took him?
Exactly.
Tannehill.
Tannehill in Miami.
Tannehill.
They gave him 5 years and another contract, but never won a
Right.
playoff game. Never
Well,
never
until
won
a
a
couple
division.
years ago.
But they
Yeah.
gave him time.
But they gave him the time. So that's what I'm. That's how long I'm giving my guy Jalen Hurts.
Right. The only guy that they didn't give no time is Tebow, and he did win
He did win a playoff game.
But you can't. But
5 passes
his
completed.
his passing percentage was too low.
Right. He had 5 completions in the whole game.
Yeah.
You
Yo,
get a
literally.
running back to do that.
Yeah. Emergency quarterback can do that. So
Right.
But yeah, you're right. But they give certain guys a long time, but they're ready to pull the plug on Jalen Hurts. Why?
Nah,
time to
whoever
develop.
says they're dumb. That's dumb.
I'm hearing it on Philadelphia radio, bro.
I mean, what, Jalen's you said Hurts is a rookie, right?
No,
Or
his second year, but this is his first year starting. He started 2 games last year.
No, he a first year start. You don't pull him. That's asinine.
But they're trying to talk about Gardner Minshew. Like, no.
Oh no. No. I would have any quarterback except him.
But that's what they do. It's the media, man. The media tries for certain guys. I'm not gonna say it.
Right.
But for certain guys, they want instant success, and they give other guys time to develop and fail and get better. But not for everybody.
Yeah.
Whoever said that they need to move on from Hurts in the Philly media, they need their heads examined.
Yeah, look how long they gave Mitchell Trubisky.
Right. They did give him a long time. Although he did get done dirty, they did give him a long time. The Bears need to get rid of our coach, though, so that we can actually get a quarterback-minded coach for, Fields before they ruin him. Like they did Trubisky.
He's got potential, man.
He does. Trubisky looked like he might be okay for a second. Went to a Pro Bowl, was starting to play good, and they ran him in the ground.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was a good pick, though, at first. But then I thought, damn, okay, maybe I'm wrong.
Right. But with Trubisky, he may not have been like a great quarterback, but I don't think he was responsible for the Bears' failure.
Me either.
And I think I think they just used him as a scapegoat.
I agree.
Right. He said, what about Cam Newton for Carolina? Do they have a chance to make the playoffs? And he keep getting injured and had COVID. Did he get COVID again? Or he was injured?
I think he got benched.
Yeah, I think he got benched.
I knew he wasn't playing.
Wow, for Josh Rosen, oh my goodness.
Right. Cam was an athlete more than a quarterback. And now he can't run over people and have that, aspect to his game. His accuracy was never good except for 1 year.
Yeah.
Right. And when he did have it, he had it. Yeah, he was MVP. Yeah. Took him to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
If he was like that his whole career, he'd be mentioned as one of the greats of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he relied on his athleticism
too much.
Yeah.
Never became a pocket passer like he should have.
That's why I fear with Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, he better pay attention to that example.
Do what McNabb did. Say, I'm not running no more. I'm getting better from the pocket, and that's what he did.
Yeah. Right. McNabb is underrated, man.
Yo, McNabb should be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Oh, he should be in the Hall of Fame.
That's
he should have been in the Hall of Fame.
But the media hates him, so he don't get that love like he should. But he should be in the Hall of Fame. 5 championship games and 5 championship games.
And got to a Super Bowl.
And a Super Bowl in 10 years.
In my opinion,
that's half the time you're 1 game away from the Super Bowl.
Right.
And in my opinion, with that Super Bowl against the Patriots, they should, looking back on it, they should have won that. But Andy Reid had some bad play calling in that game.
Refused to run the ball.
Right.
Refused to run the ball. Westbrook
was a beast, man.
Oh yeah, Westbrook
was his best player he ever had, other than T.O. for 1 year.
Yeah.
You know,
we didn't run the ball at all. McNabb threw the ball almost 50 times.
Right.
That's a recipe for failure.
Andy Reid loved throwing the damn ball, man.
I think he threw for 382 yards and 3 touchdowns, but 3 interceptions. You can't throw the ball that much.
Right.
You're one-dimensional.
That's what cost them.
That's what's costing the Chiefs. The Chiefs don't run the ball enough. That's why
Yep. He loved throwing the ball, man. And
if the Chiefs do make a run, it's gonna be because of that defense. I mean, the offense is pretty solid, but of course you got Mahomes, Kelsey, but I think it's gonna be the defense that does it for them if they go on a run.
They definitely look good on Sunday against the Raiders, man.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, man. That was some good football right there. I almost forgot about football tonight, man. So good. Good.
I know you and all Bears fans ready to go after McNabb. Y'all ready to just drag him out his house?
Definitely, man. We don't want him to tarnish that quarterback before, you know what I'm saying, he get a chance and ruin his confidence. He ain't never had a franchise quarterback in the Super Bowl era, ever. Jim McMahon was not a real franchise quarterback like that.
Nope.
You know, and he was always hurt. So, you know, he was
small.
Cool. He was, man. And that was a different era when destroying the quarterback.
It was violent.
Hell yeah, that was the goal, to put the quarterback out the game.
Yeah.
You know, so we ain't never had a real pocket passer. What, Eric Kramer? What?
Our ball was okay.
Yeah, and we could talk about Gutless.
Oh God!
Don't talk about that fool.
Right, he riding a damn bicycle in the championship game. Get your ass on the field.
They went.
Matt Forte.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying we had Brandon Marshall, Matt Forte. This fool want to ride a bike.
I can't believe they chose Jay Cutler over Lovie Smith.
I know.
Yeah. Yo, that. How do you not play? If your leg's not broken, how do you not play in a championship game?
Right. Yeah,
that game was closer than what people think it was.
Right. Sid Luckman is our Hall of Fame quarterback, but he wasn't Super Bowl era, and it was a totally different game back then. Yeah. I think he's
leather helmets.
Yeah, he's the punt. He's the kick and be the quarterback or something like that. So yeah, that's different, man. But yeah, we did have a crazy defense. Man, I'm about to get mad thinking about this fool, man.
Yo, what happened to Tariq Cohen?
Who?
Tariq Cohen.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. I don't know, man.
He was like Eckler. He was like Eckler, but what happened to him?
Yeah, I'll admit, I like those Bears teams with Marshall and Forte. All they needed was a good quarterback.
Yeah.
No, y'all had Marshall, Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah, Alshon Jeffrey.
Yeah. Alshon wasn't ready to be a number one as he showed when he went to Philly, though.
Right. He was good with Marshall. Got me this. That first year.
He got lucky, man. Y'all got lucky.
Come on.
That Eagles team was good that year.
Yes. We dominated, bro.
With a backup quarterback.
Nick Foles shouldn't have been a backup quarterback.
I mean, nobody thought Nick Foles.
Well, after the game, but after that, what has Nick Foles been his whole career since then?
He hasn't got a chance, really.
He was here with the Bears, couldn't do nothing.
All right, now you sat him down. Now, other five quarterbacks couldn't do nothing. So
that's true, man. This is a quarterback black hole, man. That's why we got to get rid of this quarterback, this coach before they mess up.
Jacksonville was a dump. Jacksonville was a dump. Nick Foles is legit. I mean, I love him. Like, I love
he
Nick
did
Foles.
something for you.
Yeah.
Right. Of course you gonna love Nick Foles.
Right.
I've always loved Nick Foles. I thought that we should have never got rid of him when Chip Kelly traded him to the Rams. It was stupid.
Hey, he did have a great year. He only had like 2 or 3 interceptions or something like
29 touchdowns
right.
or 27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
That was a hell of a year. That was amazing, though.
He should have won the MVP or Offensive Player of the Year, and they didn't give it to him.
He should have got something for that.
Something.
That is true.
Yeah, he
Kyle
had a nice
Orton,
year.
Brandon Bates, a real Bears fan. He didn't pull Kyle Orton out the air.
Oh, man.
Kyle Orton was better than we gave him credit. They kept benching him for what's the other dude?
Rex Grossman.
No, it wasn't Rex, was it?
It was. That's who started the Super Bowl.
I thought it was.
And I was like, why they bench him? Orton was doing.
I thought
good.
Orton came after Grossman.
I thought he came before Grossman. Brandon, who did they keep benching Orton for? That Orton didn't put up as many numbers, but didn't turn over as much and was a better quarterback.
Didn't Orton start for the Bears in that NFC Championship game? Or was it Grossman?
It might have been Grossman and Orton. Devin Hester. Devin Hester was that dude, boy.
Oh, yeah.
He should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think he
Matter of fact, I think he is up for the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah, he gonna go. He the greatest.
Yeah, I think he gonna get in.
The Bears.
Asante Samuels should be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know about Asante Samuels.
Why?
Yet.
Look at his stats. Look at his interceptions. Look at his returns. Like, he's got rings. Like, there's no reason for him not to be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think Samuels.
Asante Samuels is better than Eric. Asante Samuels got more interceptions than Revis. He's got more interceptions than Richard Sherman on all them dudes, and they're looked at like they're great. More interceptions than Patrick Peterson.
That replaced Orton.
It was. It was Grossman that started that Super Bowl against the Colts.
That was you're right, because Grossman came back from an injury, and we was winning with Orton, and they put in Grossman, and everybody was like, "Just leave Orton."
Right. That's why I was like he was winning you games. Why you go back to him?
Right. He loved that Orton had that cannon for an arm, but he was so inaccurate. Trash.
Let me ask you this: is Nnamdi Asomugha a Hall of Famer?
Hell no.
Okay.
Hell no. That's without a doubt.
Now,
he had a couple years with the Raiders, but that was it. He should have paid.
If he didn't expose himself in Philadelphia, he would have probably made it.
Right, because he was doing great with the Raiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were treating him like he was Dion.
Right.
He was never
ended
Dion.
up getting some of that good from what you call it, man?
Washington.
Gary Washington.
Gary Washington.
Yeah. And he said
now he done got married, he a daddy now.
Right. Yeah, he said to hell with Gary Washington. Yeah, Jamari, exactly. Rex had that arm. They called him the gunslinger, except he ain't had no aim with the guns. That's the problem.
Or no bullets in the chamber.
Right. Shooting blanks. All right, y'all. We wrapping it up this time.
All right.
We could have kept going and going, and I appreciate it. It definitely was fire talking with y'all. I hope everybody enjoyed the show. Definitely check it out, subscribe, and appreciate it. Check out Talking and Grubbing. He got a YouTube channel. Go on and support my brother over here.
Definitely
to grow it. Yeah, look at Young Slim. He got a YouTube channel as well. Check it out.
Okay.
He got the rings over here. Both of them talk a lot of sports, so definitely check them out and get more of your sports fix. I'm definitely glad y'all came through. Good chatting it up with y'all, man, as always.
No problem.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, man.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, man. Appreciate it, man. Everybody check them out, man. Yeah, thanks, man. You say it was have a good night, everybody. Definitely. And
all right.
Yep, everybody be safe out there, man. Deuces.
Peace.